something nice, but I am very challenged. There's no doubt about it. And Jeff, I need to give you a shorter version of that. It's way more than anybody needs to know. Right. But seriously, thank you very much, and Randy, thank you, as members of the chairman of the Chamber of Victoria. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak to you here today. I've spoken in Victoria before, but it's important that you keep talking and you keep hearing from me and my company. This community, as I've said before, is a very civic-minded community. You notice that as soon as you set foot in here, and if you spend any time at all in here, you see that people care here. And that's one of the reasons, among many technical and other reasons, why we ultimately selected Victoria for this proposed project. And I say proposed because we haven't made the commitment to build, as you know, and there's many steps in the process. But we want to be where people want us. We want to be where people care about their community. And for those who aren't sure about us or who think they may not want us or like us, we want to be in a place where we can have a dialogue and we can communicate and help you understand what we're about and what our business is about, so that you're not fearful of nuclear as some people are. The business and civic leadership in this community has been just outstanding in its support of Exelon. When we announced our project, we had actually more people than this here in a room not too far away, and we've enjoyed a tremendous amount of support. Our polling indicates that there's still a big block of undecided people who aren't sure about nuclear, aren't sure about this company from Chicago that's going to come down here and put concrete in the ground and produce electricity. And so it's very important for me and for members of my team who are here on a regular basis to stand up in front of a broader audience like this and to try to impart some knowledge, some information about the project, some information about Exelon Nuclear, and some information about nuclear generation of electricity generally, so that you can make your own conclusions and you can be educated, and you can maybe be interested in go educate yourself even more about it and talk to your neighbors and understand that nuclear has a very good story to it. Nuclear is safe. The production of nuclear energy is reliable. Nuclear energy is produced in a very cost-effective manner. It accounts for 20% of our nation's electricity to date. It produces electricity around the clock. We don't need the wind to blow or the sun to shine. So we can power all of our gadgets and our air conditioners 24/7, 365. And we do that without emitting any air pollutants, any greenhouse gases, any carbon dioxide. And so it's a clean air energy. And on top of all that, we provide a benefit to the communities that host our power plants. We've got more than a dozen communities who host our power plants as the largest provider of nuclear electricity around the country. And I'll talk a little bit about what we mean to them and them to us. So as I said, the more you know, the more we think you can be comfortable with this, the more you can believe that what we're doing is good for the community, is going to be safe for your community. You don't have to worry about radiation and things that are out there that people get scared of. You always respect radiation, that is true, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it. And our staffs and our employees, they go to work every day knowing that their number one job is safety, because their kids live in the community, they drink the water, they breathe the air, and they go to church in that community. So safety is a priority. I want to tell you today, I'm going to give you a little presentation and take questions, but I want to talk to you about jobs, safety, and security so you can get a little bit of a sense of what I'm talking about, and then we can go from there. I'm going to give you a little status of the project. As I said, we have not yet made a decision to build, but we're in a preserve the option mode. So we've got an option on Mr. McCann's property that we would exercise at some point in time, and that keeps our costs down, it keeps our risk down, but it keeps us in the game. We've got an option on long lead equipment that we'll need to build the plant. That takes a long time to forge the big items and so forth. And we're moving ahead with the things we need to do so that in late 09 or early 10, we'll be in a position, hopefully, to say, yes, this is what we want to do. We'll be down the process, you'll be informed, and we can go down the path together. Where we are currently is we have this combined construction and operating license that we must submit to the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, the NRC. We're on target to submit ours on September 1st, 2008. It's a big hunk of information. It will be on DVDs. It will be available to all of you. It will be available to the public, and there'll be all kinds of information in there on the environment, the geology, the seismology, the technology, just in water, all of the issues that are going to have, that you may have questions about. There'll be information in that, and that will start a process, a public hearing process, where those who have concerns and those who want to participate will have the opportunity to do so. So that will be filed in September. We are not the first company to file a license like this. There's about 9 or 10 ahead of us, and we'll get in line and go through that process. We also are negotiating our contracts with our vendor, GE Hitachi. We are involved with the Department of Energy, which has a loan guarantee program, which is designed to provide a jump start to the financing ability for these multi-billion-dollar projects. And we're putting an application in for that here in the fall. We're doing all kind of work at the site to understand, where the haul path will be, how the water will get there. We